This is without doubt the greatest potato salad ever made. Hands down, no questions asked. I'm gonna show you how to make it right now, so let's do it. The very first thing we need to do, and probably the most important, is to cook and prepare the most important part of this recipe. Our potatoes. What you want for the perfect potato salad is baby new potatoes, Jersey Royals, ideally anything small, and a fairly waxy sort of potato. You wouldn't want to use a Maris Piper, for example, something fluffy. So today I've got these really lovely little baby new potatoes, and it couldn't be more simple. We're going to boil these off till they're tender but not super soft, and then we're going to make the potato salad while they are still warm. Let's do it. So, like I said, we're going to boil them. Get yourself a saucepan, potatoes into the saucepan. Keep this bowl, we're going to use this a little bit later on. And what you want to do is fill this up with enough cold water just to cover them. Perfect, there we go. Cold water, potatoes. We're gonna pop these on the hob, get them to a boil, and then reduce them to a good simmer. And they typically take around 15 to 20 minutes or so. But what you wanna do is have a long, thin knife handy. And what you can do with this is when you think you're pretty much ready, stab it into the potato, and we want them to be tender, but not super soft. So we're gonna get these on the hob. So our potatoes on. Heat up high, and we want to get these up to a boil before we reduce the temperature, and then basically we're going to give them a good simmer, about 15 to 20 minutes until they get beautiful and tender. As soon as they hit boiling point, turn down the temperature, get them to a good simmer, and then from there they just tick over on a nice sort of rolling simmer for about 20 minutes. Also, while we boil the potatoes, we're going to cook another ingredient for this one. In here we have some beautiful smoked streaky bacon. So let's do it. Perfect, there we go. Just remove the lid and get this hob on a low heat. Potatoes on the second of the two hobs. Lid back on, leaving a gap. Get that heat up a little touch, and we just want to get that to a nice simmer. Turn this one down, and frying pan. I'm going with a non-stick, and to the pan I am going to add the tiniest little amount of canola oil. It does just help it along a little bit. So little dash of canola and our smoked streaky bacon. So what I'm going to do, take the bacon, use a piece to kind of move that fat around, lay that in there. The smoky smell coming off of these is incredible. I'm blessed with a really good butcher, and their smoked streaky bacon is strong. Perfect, so that's in. That is where we want our potatoes. A nice shimmery simmer. And for the bacon, you can basically cook the bacon however you wish, however you normally do, but because these are going to take like 15-20 minutes, I'm going to cook this bacon very slowly on the lowest heat to render out the fat, and we want to get the bacon nice and crispy. Turn the bacon every minute or so just to keep the cooking nice and even. And as you've seen me do on the channel many times, we are going to be using water to cook this bacon. I'll explain a little bit more about the water once we come to add some. At the moment we are fine. So again, keep turning that bacon every minute or so. Real nice, gentle, even cooking. We want to tease out all of that fat because we're going to be doing something with that bacon fat. Also, I completely forgot, but we are going to set a timer just so we don't lose track of time. Always good just to have a little timer to one side so you know exactly where you are. We've got some fat rendering out. The bacon is starting to colour off just a touch. So water, just a tiny dash. There we go. But why? Why, you ask, have I added water to my bacon? Well, there's a couple of reasons you add water to bacon. The main reason, basically, is that it helps to evenly cook the bacon and slowly render out the fat. Second reason, when you typically cook bacon, you get all this kind of scum and this fond building up around the pan. That is all flavour, and what often will happen is, in the time it takes you to cook the bacon, that fond will often burn to the pan. So what we do is add water, evenly render out the fat, and also deglaze all of that flavour and fond from the pan. That bacon is looking really, really good now. It's starting to get a beautiful caramelisation, but we're not quite there yet. My word, look at all of that fat. That is absolutely outrageous. Another tiny dash of water, keep the heat low on that bacon. Like I said, what we're going to do now is make our mayo. So what we're going to do is use mayo, but we're going to somewhat jazz it up a little bit. So first up, the shop bought mayo, and we're going to get in there with good 4 or 5 tablespoons. So that's the mayo, the base. Next up, going to add a little Dijon. So just to start, going with like two teaspoons. We don't want it to be super Dijon-y or very, very mustardy. We just want to kind of beef up the mayo a little bit, make it a bit more interesting, a little bit more depth. Also, whole grain. Whole grain adds flavour, but also it adds some great texture. Those little mustard seeds in there that just kind of pop away when you eat it. So, heaped teaspoon of whole grain. There we go. So we have our mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, whole grain mustard. Next, we want a lemon. Also, a microplane. And all we're going to do is zest our lemon into our mayo. Mayo obviously contains lemon and mustard, as well as the egg. So this is really just kind of working with the flavours we already have and beefing them up a little bit, giving it a bit more life. Potatoes are quite rich and dense, so that's the trick with a good potato salad. Be careful not to get any pith in there. It can be a bit bitter, but there we go. Zest in. Also, we want a little bit of the juice. So take a nice slice of the lemon and squeeze that into our mayo. Perfect. You may want more lemon, maybe more mustard. We'll see. We just want to give that a good stirring up to begin with. So get that all mixed up. And then from there, any more adjustments can be made. This is going to be such a beautiful, vibrant mayo. Going to make all the difference. It's going to be a little bit more of a kind of deli style mayo as opposed to just plain old mayonnaise. So let's see how we're looking. That is good. That is very, very good. That is actually perfect. No adjustment needed. So there we have our beautiful, zingy, citrusy mustard mayonnaise. So mayo to one side, and we have a little bit more prep to do. So potatoes are going to be done fairly soon. We've got our mayo made and ready to go. A few more little bits of prep. We want some shallot. So for this potato salad, we're going with some beautiful, sweet and delicious shallots. And we're going to dice up the shallot relatively fine. We don't want huge chunks of onion in the potato salad, but we definitely want it there. You want to notice it, so to speak, and it to have a bit of a crunch, great bit of texture, but not huge pieces. So very, very simply, off with the top and the bottom, and obviously we're going with a couple of shallots here today. You may add more, you may add less. This is really not a set in stone kind of recipe, but shallots, I'm going to chop them down like so, and then from there, like I said, kind of fine, but not super duper fine. So as you can see, we've kind of got them in these little pieces. Same again. I'm honestly getting really hungry now. This is such a delicious potato salad. There we go, so that's all the shallot done. There we go, so shallot in the bowl. Shallot, they're ready. Next up, spring onion. You want to give those a little rinse. There we go, and if you want to take a clean, dry tea towel, you can sort of pat those dry, basically. So that there is our spring onion, and we, roughly speaking, want the same amount of spring onion as shallot, and we're going to use the whole of the spring onion. Just nip off the top, and then dice these up roughly the same size as the shallot. There we go. We're using the root and the green leafy end. These add, obviously, a beautiful onion in it to kind of back up the flavours from the shallot, but they're a lot more vibrant and add kind of a freshness as well. So there we go, spring onion. So let's get that in there. Spring onion, tops and tails in the bowl. And so the last ingredient to go in there is some gherkin or pickles. These add an amazing kind of deli vibe. So what we're gonna do is start by adding a little splash of the pickling juice. Just a dash, not a huge amount, but that pickling juice is packed with flavour. It has a little acidity and some sweetness. And then from there, we want a few of these lovely little pickles. I'm eyeballing it at this point. Just basically chop your way through them. You can have them finer, you can have them a little bit thicker. Either way works. So gherkin in, so give that a good old stirring up. The last little secret ingredient for this incredible potato salad, we want capers. As with the gherkin, add a couple of tablespoons of the juice, and then I'm going to start with about a tablespoon caper. We want roughly the same amount of caper as gherkin. Again, roughly. So caper in, give that a stir up. Perfect. So this is going to go to one side. And look at it, all of that fat, that bacon is swimming in it. That is all incredible flavour. Potatoes, we're gonna give them another check now. So, lid off, knife. Right, heat off. Those potatoes are done. So what we wanna do is drain them off. Leave them there in the colander just until our bacon is ready. We can get rid of that lid. And our bacon is now very, very close to being done. Add a bit more heat, and we just want to get that final bit of colour on the bacon. That is beautiful. Turn off that heat. That bacon is ready. Shake off the excess fat like so. Get your bacon on the board, pop that to one side, and that is gonna really crispen up as it cools down. Perfect. And right, this is where things get really, really naughty. What I'm gonna do, take our mayo and that bacon fat, that is going into our mayonnaise. Oh yes, just look at it. This is purely for flavour. It's not really the healthiest thing in the world. A little bit naughty, but I'm going for it. That really is bad, honestly. Stir that bacon fat into your mayo. It will emulsify, so really give that a good old stir. So there we go, that's re-emulsified. You wait, guys. You just wait. This is it. Time to put everything together. I'm gonna need a bowl, and we're gonna work our way through our potatoes. We need a knife. All we're going to do, chop those into quarters or eighths. And basically this is the size of potato we're looking for. Not too big, not too small, just perfect. And then straight into our bowl. Pop that to one side again, and we want our bacon. Stack up your bacon like so. We are going to chop this bacon into crispy pieces. Listen to it, that crunch. Absolutely outrageous, insane. Now it's time to put it together. We don't want to kind of stir and churn this away too much and break it up. So just kind of scatter those over, and we're going to take some care while doing this. So get in there with roughly as much as you need, and then very gently just kind of turn it just once or twice. And now for the bacon, just get that in there, a lot of it, and 4 or 5 tablespoons. There we go. This will get us going. We don't want the potato swimming in our mayo. It just needs to perfectly coat it. And at this point, what you want to do is season, bearing in mind we have bacon and we have capers in there. A good few twists of freshly ground black pepper. Don't hold back. Pop that to one side, and we're gonna prep the herbs. So a little bunch of chive, there we go. Dicey chive, really nice and fine. That is our chive parsley, so get that on there. 50-50, parsley and chive. Get the parsley fairly fine. Just sort of loosely and roughly mix those together. Done. Our potato salad ready for its last mixing up. So literally, good pinch of the herbs. Get those in there. A little bit more, I think is gonna do us. That should be perfect. So let's give this one last mixing up. So again, gently and carefully, just turn it. Lift and turn. And that is looking absolutely sensational. So there we have it. People will be fighting over this. We want a plate, of course. And you want to pile on some of that incredible potato salad. Have you ever seen a potato salad like that before? And we're going to finish with a last little scattering chive. Guys, that is serious. This is the world's greatest potato salad. Spoon at the ready, and I'm going to get stuck in and let you know how it tastes. Let's do this. Oh my, look at that. A loaded spoonful. Let's get stuck in. That is excellent. That is really, really good. First and foremost, most importantly, the primary flavour you're getting is in fact potato. Perfectly al dente. Right behind the potato, the crispy saltiness of the bacon. And then from there, you're getting sort of a mustardy, mayo-y, deli kind of flavour, which is absolutely beautiful. Obviously from the gherkin, the shallot, the mustard mayo itself. You're getting a bit of acidity from the lemon, a bit of citrusy. You can taste those chives. They really give it a beautiful lift. That is good. That is so good. I'm gonna polish this thing off. Like and subscribe. Sign up to my newsletter. Link in the description below. I will send you the recipe. Also, the recipe will be available on the website, thewestcountrykitchen.com, and I will see you in the next video. So take care, guys.